Hi, happy Sunday to you. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. This is Thanks for Hopping By, or I think it might just be hopping by. Regardless, I have a quick little craft to show you all. I hope you can come join me for a little while. So come and settle in. We will get started right now, okay? All right, let me see if I can get my life together here. We'll see. All right, here we go. All right, comment the word hop to get the link, to get all the stuff that I'm using tonight or today. It's daytime still. This is just bright white paste. I'm gonna just pull a little bit of this out of here and put it on a color tray here and add a little bit of water and then use that to paint my cutouts. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? Hey, Lisa, welcome. All right, just a little bit of plain water added to my paste just to make a bit, man, I already put my little stir stick in my cup, but I'm just gonna stir it a little bit so that I can paint my background on my cutout real quick, okay? Hey, Alma, welcome. Thanks for joining me. All right. Just using a little makeup sponge as usual. And we'll do a quick background paint of this. And then we're gonna use the 5x7 box frame, the one with the removable insert, to put this whole thing together. I think it's gonna be super cute. Hey Sam, how are you? Hey Sandra, welcome. Hi. How are y'all doing today? I hope you had a good day. I just got back a little while ago. I went and got a pedicure with my cousins to prepare for our trip to Jamaica next week. We are leaving here on Tuesday evening to go down and stay at a hotel near the airport because we're leaving super early on Wednesday morning. And so that just made sense to me to do that instead of driving across town at like 3 in the morning. On Wednesday morning to make it to, and even that might not be early enough, to make it to the airport. We are going to go down there because we're actually leaving from the airport on the very far side, oh my gosh, very far south side of town. So and it's like, I don't even know how far it is. It's many miles. So I would rather do that. And then we can wake up early and get to the airport and not be stressed out. And whatever I can do to avoid stress on a vacation is what I'm going to try and do. So that's the plan. So I am, after this video, I'm going to work on some pre-recorded videos for next week while we're out. So you guys will still have something to watch. Yes, I sure do. Can you send me a message about it, Alma, and I'll send you an invoice? Yeah, I have a couple of them, actually, left over. Luckily, I bought some extras of those, and I didn't realize the other night whenever I did that live that it ended up, so I think I had 2 customers that ordered from my live, like, right away, and they got the transfer, and then I had a couple other ones that wanted it and didn't get it, and so, yeah, we can talk about that. Super easy. I do have some. All right. That was a super cute project, though. I hope that's the one that you're wanting to do. All right. Let me get my background done. My chair is like squeaking behind me. Hopefully y'all can't hear it. So we had an electrician over this afternoon. I would have started this video earlier, but our power was out because we had our junction box. All of the breakers are placed in our junction box this morning at our house. Because we've been having a problem with Chris's room. He's got a game room where he can play video games. And every time hey Joanne, every time he goes in there to play, it trips the breaker, which is very annoying. Because not only does it trip the breaker for that whole part of the house, but we have a freezer that's also on that same breaker. and it gets tripped every time. So I'm always worried that I'm gonna, you know, we're not gonna be home whenever it, you know, if it trips, and, you know, that freezer is gonna go out, and then I'm gonna be in trouble if that happens. So this is my frame, or my box frame piece that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna just put that right here. Let me go ahead and turn my thing on. And I'm gonna use a little bit of tape so that I can paint this and it won't scoot around on me. Just set it right there. And right on my glass mat so that it won't move around. And then I'm gonna take a paintbrush and just spray a little bit of water on it to wet it down just a little bit. And we're gonna use sage, okay? Yeah, Dee Dee, yours is on the way, honey. Okay, again, I'm gonna just take a little bit of my paste and put it here in a color tray and then add some water to it and mix it up. Okay, best way to paint with this paste, add a little bit of water, it'll turn into like a paint consistency. And as you can see, I'm not even using a stir stick, just my paintbrush. The less tools I can dirty up, the better, okay? All right, so just a light coat. I don't know if we're gonna do more than one coat, maybe. Now this board is double-sided, so you can do something different on the other side. And removable, so whenever you paint the background, you don't make a mess all over the frame. So the frame's separate and you can put it back in there. Now with the cutouts on here, it's not gonna be removable anymore, but then you can just do a transfer of something else or cutouts on the other side and make it double-sided still, okay? All right, I just want to make sure I dry in between layers so it's not cakey, anything like that. It gives it a little bit better coverage too. Okay, yeah, 2 layers I think will work just fine. And there's this white side of this board and the other side is brown, okay? So you can decide how you want to do this. We could have just done it on the brown side without using sage, but that's not very Eastery, I don't think, so. I need it to be springy. All right. So anywho, tell me what you've been doing today. I would love to hear. I had a great day. I went out this morning and went and met up with my cousin. We got pedicures. Last night we went down to our friend's house, probably like about an hour away, and hung out with him. Went out to dinner with him for his birthday and stayed out way too late. Now, I know that I'm getting older whenever I don't want to stay out. Like, it was 1:30 by the time we left there. And I'm like, honey, it's 1:30. We need to go home. And I didn't drink or anything. So, like, when I woke up this morning and I felt like I was hungover, I'm just thinking, that's pretty sad. Okay. I can't even stay up late and wake up not even early. I woke up at like 8:30 to go get ready and go meet up with my cousins. And I'm like, oh my gosh, feeling like I'm hungover. Didn't drink at all last night. That's pretty sad. But that's fine, I guess. Just the way it is these days. Plus, we never do anything, so once in a while, it's not going to hurt us. All right. I love this glass mat. I can easily just wipe away any paint. Any that's like really stuck on there, I can just take a scraper and just scrape it off. All right, so, oops. Here's my background, okay? Here are my little cutouts. Now, I broke this part, but that's okay. It'll be fine. This word bye was just hanging on by a thread, but that's okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's for sure, Lori. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, for the longest time we lived in Tennessee, never did anything. except for the occasional time when people would come over or come and visit. Never went out, never really hung out. I mean, we would stay up late, okay? But, yeah, I am out of practice. You are correct. All right. Okay, now, I did fuzz this a couple times. And I'm going to stick that down right there. And then I'm going to slide this in here. There we go. All right, now we all have one piece. This is black velvet. Okay. And I'm going to use it for the words. Just a little bit on my squeegee goes a long way. I bet I'll be able to do this whole thing. So again, you can comment hop to get the stuff to make this, okay? And y'all, Easter's right around the corner. Time is just flying. I really can't hardly believe it. I mean, it's going to be summer before long. We're going to be in the 80s this week here in Texas. And probably even hotter than that. My nose is itching. Right on the bridge right there. Ugh. Probably even hotter than that whenever we go to Jamaica, but it'll be wonderful. Get a little bit of sun, hang out in the pool, see my girlfriends. I am excited about it. Okay. Now, I probably should have waxed this a little bit just because I have a little bit of peeling there, but that's okay. So, and then the word bye is separate because I broke it, but that's okay. All right, now my little bunny ears. Now, I did go ahead and paint this white, okay? I used bright white paste to paint, and I'm gonna attempt to get these in one go, okay? I hope I'll be able to. I need to probably do those separate. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I have my little detail tool here. I'll do the outline with my detail tool. You know, I'm reconsidering. I'm gonna do the peony first in the center with my mini squeegee. And then I'll do the outline with my detail tool so that I can get in there, okay? Because I want to get in the center first. And then just a little bit of black for my outline. Just like that, okay? And then I didn't do this one for some reason a second ago, but here I am. Plus, if I kind of go over a little bit, I can cover it with the black on the pink, okay? There's a method to my madness. All right, now my outline for this one. Let's try and hurry up so we don't let it dry. Okay, we don't want it to dry in the transfer because then it's not going to, whenever you go to pick up the transfer, it's gonna take that paste with it. Okay, so I need to hurry. So you can use a multi-tool or a detail tool, or even take a small or a mini squeegee and cut it in half to get you a smaller tool size. Definitely recommend, it will help you to be able to get in those little small spaces. All right, there's my little ears, okay? And then let me put these down and see how I can stick that down. Now this one was a little bit wider on the end here, so I did have to do it separately. Because whenever I make these cutouts, or the file for the cutouts, I have to like oversize it just a little bit so that you can actually fit the transfer on it, if that makes sense. And so the cutout's a little bit too wide to be able to put them all three next to each other on the transfer. So keep that in mind when you're doing this design. There we go. All right, now back to my detail tool, and I got a little bit of pink on it. So just don't go mixing that back into your black, okay? Please. Because then you're going to have all kinds of colors in there, and it's not going to be pure black, and I don't think that you want pink on your next project that you're using black for. All right, there we go. Now, I've got black paste all over my hands, so I'm going to try and be careful and not spread it anywhere. All right. There we go. A new baby wipe is needed too. I know, right? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I have a lot of new followers actually, and I used to do an ad on my page a lot, but for a while now I haven't been running many ads at all, so it's all organic. It's pretty crazy accomplishment if you ask me, to have so many people. I've been trying to post more reels and stuff too, so I get followers from that. Yeah, I'm not ready for the heat either, Lori. It's so humid here. It's terrible. All right. So one little thing that I would like to do, let me see what colors of distressing ink I have. So this is it's like dark antiquing wax. I'm just going to take a little bit of this. Okay. On my little sponge thingy, this thingy. Just going to get a little bit of that. And kind of just go around the edges, okay? Just to kind of mess that up a little bit so that it doesn't look so perfect. I always like a little distressing. I don't know about y'all. But I do. Now, if you're going to use wax and not the ink, make sure that you do it after you put your transfer on, because your transfer is not going to stick to this surface if you wax it first, if you put this wax down. But if you use the ink, you can try and distress it first if you want to. Okay. I tried that once. I distressed a piece of wood and then I tried to put a transfer on it and it did not work. I ended up having to use the other side. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Welcome. You can comment the word hop if you want to get the supplies I'm using here. You'll get the link to my Etsy and to my chalk store. Get all the goodies of everything I'm making here. All right. And then make sure that you all follow along, and I'll be here next week on replay, or it'll be like videos only. It won't be lives. Except for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have a live. Okay, so there's my background on the 5x7 box. And I'm just going to set all of these here first before I glue it, just to make sure I have everything placed correctly. Oops, see? Oh, that's super cute. I love it. We'll go with the ears first. Just a little bit of hot glue. Like that. And then my little, y'all, super simple, fun little project. Ooh, I just got myself pretty good there. Okay. Just grab the whole back side of it with my fingers, so that's great. Okay, there we go. Look how cute. Super simple. You can comment hop. Hi, Anita. How are you? Welcome. To get the link, let me make sure that this thing's working, because it doesn't look like it is, actually. I don't know what's going on with my thing. There. Cindy, if you don't mind, can you try and comment hop again and see if it works? Love you all. I hope you have a great Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow night. I have something really cute planned for you, okay? All right. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye.